is Crayon. Used to be and still is in a crew called Together with Style, TWS. Pretty much a Bay Area pioneer in graffiti art. And I've been spray painting graffiti for 25 years. It was incredible. Hip hop in the Bay Area. It was just like back in 1983, 84. I mean, it was just amazing. So, you know, I was breaking for like a couple of years, and then all of a sudden somebody came into the breaking contest or breaking practice and said, hey, this is what they do in New York. I'm like, what is this? They paint this on subways. I'm like, what? So I started like, I think did a cardboard and then did some stuff on the rooftop. And then after like, you do like 10 pieces, then you start rolling. You know, your skill starts to come about, then you start meeting other people around the city. And then one thing led to the next. I started getting gigs and getting television shows.
And only a year ago, the artistic activities of one 20-year-old San Francisco man could have gotten him in a lot of trouble. Today, they're about to make him a little famous and maybe even a little rich. Wayne Friedman has a story.
And then started teaching graffiti at schools or organizations, helping people out, helping kids. And over a period of years, man, it's just been a great ride. I was one of the first cats to do a gallery in the West Coast. I talked to some people in the know about who did some graffiti galleries, and it was Brim and Bio in LA. And they came from New York, and they did a show in LA. But I was like the first kid, actual graffiti writer from the West Coast, to actually do a gallery show. It's one of those things when I went out to the city or to other parts of the Bay Area, I handpicked some of the best people in different towns, and then we kind of made a crew called Together with Style. It's like the first Bay Area crew. We weren't the guys that went out and destroyed 50 properties with the one tag. We went out and destroyed this one big wall, and we put a big mural on there, a funky, fresh mural. But it was kind of like not funk style, but it was more like new wave. There was a lot of Hispanic murals, you know, Mexican murals in the area, like Mission and stuff, and they got huge amounts of color. I mean, they put 50,000 colors in there, right? So that's what we were trying to do with our pieces. And so you see that piece like with 50 colors, and you see the piece next to it with 3 colors because the guy couldn't afford paint, and all he could do was steal brown, orange, and avocado. You know, I mean, there's gonna be a huge difference. So, yeah, that's one of the things is I was known for color, so they call me Color Crayon. After a while, you do like 30 pieces, your skill and your technique and your way you're fading, the way you hold your can, the way you use different tips for a thin valve or a fat valve for a quicker job. All those things you're starting to know when you talk to people, when you know, this is back in the beginning where there was no magazines, there was no videos. So it's one of those things you have to kind of have like a rapport with other writers, you know? And that was a big deal. That's how I got my skill too. What advice I would give to the younger generations? I would definitely say, don't take you know, when you graduate out of high school, don't take a break, go straight into college. And, you know, graffiti is art. And so, you know, learn your art history and learn what you can from the school system, get out and do what you ever want to do. But I've noticed there's a lot more people like me getting into like corporations and companies that are doing graphic design or doing film editing, and they're having that hip-hop style, and it's just awesome. I just love to see that more. There's some of the best artists in the Bay Area. You can't find any of these artists anywhere else in the world. They're living in the Bay Area. You know, they're actually living treasures. You know, whether it has to do with Qbert that's living out here, or you know, some dope MC or a dope graffiti writer. I mean, we got some national treasures here in the Bay Area on a serious level.